Let's keep calm and mother on. Mothering is way too important to do alone and way too serious to be serious all the time. My name is Christy Thomas, and I am here shoulder to shoulder with you, mothering and enjoying life together. This is the podcast where you can focus on being mindful and taking a deep breath with me and learning new things so you can pause and savor the amazing life you already have. Now let's go. Well, we're officially settled in. This is the first podcast in the new office studio recording room of our new house. And I just want to say, I'm glad you're here. I'm so glad you're here. This week is kind of like the weirdest week of all the years, right? Where you don't really know what day of the week it is, but this is coming out on New Year's Eve and everyone knows what day that is. The days in between Christmas and New Year's Eve kind of blur together. And for this year, they've really stood out for me. And that's because on Christmas Day, while walking in the woods, we were enjoying the beautiful weather that was happening here. It was 70 odd for December, right? And we went on a family walk and I ended up falling, tripping, and my one knee was sliced pretty well on a rock. And then I had to walk home about 1.5 miles, I think. And my pants didn't rip and there was no visible blood. So I thought that maybe, I don't know, I thought something bad had happened, but I didn't know how bad because I didn't want to look because I had to walk and I knew I had to walk. We got home and I said, I think we should go to the ER. And there was a conversation like, are you sure it's Christmas? And my husband peeked and he was like, yep, let's go. And I'm so thankful for the staff at the ER we went to and the friend that texted me links to local ERs when I said, hey, where would you go if you thought you needed stitches? All the things worked out. I was in and out in 2 hours and I received great care and the stitches are doing great, but they're on my knee. So because of that, I had to pause my running streak and deal with all the feelings of that I got to 2004 days of running before I fell. And I'm not even walking a mile a day right now. So it's very obvious to me that I cannot run a mile a day. Because of the location of the stitches, that full mobility of the knee is not in my range of motion right now because I'm being very careful to not need the stitches redone. I'm not a fan of needles or shots or stitches. I don't want to do it again. And while it's an experience that I didn't think I would have wished on myself, I've learned a lot about myself in the last couple of days. So I thought we could wrap up 2021 by talking about what you might learn if you suddenly find yourself unable to do all the things that you thought you could do. Before this, I thought that I really did want a break, right? There wasn't an episode on Christmas Eve. And that was because, full stop, like life felt hard between all the unpacking and the kids missing people and just talking about how much they just wanted friends. And then my husband getting rear-ended on his second day home from work and getting ready for Christmas. It just felt hard. I didn't have anything that was going to be awesome to say. So I skipped a week and I think that was the right choice. And now I'm here to tell you that I have stitches and I've had to sit a lot and I've had to figure out how to ask for help. And I'm so thankful for technology because each one of my family members has FaceTimed me to ask me for questions about random things around the house while I'm on the couch, that I come down the stairs and then I go find my spot and I prop up my leg, and then I mostly just kind of sit there unless there's something I really have to do most of the day. Today, I was able to switch to a different couch, and that felt good, so I could get a change of scenery. But Most of my day is sitting, and that is very odd for me. My 9-year-old has brought me the best buttered toast with jelly. My girls are awesome at doing laundry, and on top of it, they've all figured out dinners. We celebrated our 18th anniversary this past week on the couch. Okay, so let's talk about the hard parts of sitting. As much as I wanted a break before Christmas, I wanted a break on my own terms where I was free to do what I wanted. And the hard part of sitting when you're trying not to reopen stitches is that you're sitting because you have to and not just because you want to. And I have watched weird things on television and YouTube to fill up time. Because while I'm sitting, I'm also not feeling the best. The pain level has gone down as the days go on, but like my brain, I know I'm not sleeping the best and I'm not firing all cylinders, right? So I'm not trying to do world-changing work or any work really while sitting on the couch. I am contemplating and daydreaming and taking naps. And I've read a book. I've watched 2 movies. I finished Ted Lasso. But also, I have felt frustrated that I can't do the things that I know I can do better than anyone else in my house to help my family. I've had to really work on humility and the idea of pride. And if I have underlying control issues, I didn't think I had, but my kids have told me that maybe I do before. I like things done how I do them, and when you can't get up, you have to take the help how you get it. So there's a lot of time to pause, to bite my lip, to say thank you, and to water the flowers that are coming out because my kids are way more competent than I give them opportunity for because, like I said, I have realized I'm a little bit of a control hog. So that's been the biggest lesson is how do I let go a little bit more or let go a lot more because it's the necessary thing and say thank you and to live life with open hands and to accept the fact that there are other people that can do these jobs and they can do them well and that I can be loved through other people doing these jobs. I can ask for water. It's not annoying when I ask for help. I mean, sometimes it is, but mostly they do it with a cheerful attitude and they just want me to get better. And it's amazing. But also hard because I've watched way too many Dollar Tree craft tutorials and I can't drive to the Dollar Tree right now to get supplies. And I've watched how to solve a Rubik's Cube and I've read weird articles on the internet and surfed way too much on social media. But I'm here and my body's healing and I'm trying to figure out what that looks like. Because when you've used motion as nourishment for 2005 days to connect with yourself and to know that that option is just off the table, it makes you figure out how to nourish your body in a different way. So there's been more quiet moments of prayer and more intentional listening to amazing music with headphones on. And I'm just grateful that what happened in my fall, that the x-rays were clean and that I got to come home and that a tetanus shot and stitches were all that was really needed. I'm thankful that my pants didn't rip and that I was able to stay calm and play I Spy on the walk home to distract myself. All the right things happened, and I'm going to pause and try to learn the lesson that is being presented here so I can love more and shed some pride and control and surrender to the opportunity for other people, the people in my house, to love me well. And people far away on the internet that I've never met, and people in real life far away, and my family far away. And my heart feels like it's grown 3 sizes. And it never felt like Christmas really ended, because when I came home, I was pretty uncomfortable and I went straight to bed. But it was a really great Christmas morning, and I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful we had a really great Christmas morning here in this house. Okay, so for family fun this week, take the time and play I Spy. Go on a walk safely outside and play I Spy. If you can't walk outside, play it inside. Or the other really fun idea that we've had a lot of laughs with is FaceTiming someone younger, like a toddler, and teaching them animal sounds or doing animal sounds with the toddler. My nephew is at the perfect age for this, and I'm loving watching my kids think about what animal sounds they can teach him. And for your moment of self-care, I want you to pause. Just like I asked you with the breathe with me, I want you to pause and really give yourself credit and notice the good inside of yourself. I find that I want to remind you to water the flowers and ignore the weeds, right? And we want to do that with our kids all the time and really pour into their strengths and their goodness. But if you can't even recognize the goodness inside of you in this moment, then it's going to be super hard to notice the goodness inside of your kids. So I want you to end 2021 with a moment of standing and telling yourself what you're good at. Like maybe you're really good at play and laughter. Maybe 2021 was the year that you set amazing boundaries and learned how to say no strongly and strong yeses. Whatever it is, something good happened for you in 2021, I think. Some part of you developed a new skill that you should feel proud of. And I want you to notice the good that you're carrying out of 2021 and into 2022. And I hope that you give yourself a great big hug and maybe go paint those fingernails a bright, fun color to start the year with. That's also on my to-do list for New Year's Eve. I am so glad you're here. Without you, there wouldn't be a reason to have a podcast or a community or to dream dreams of the things I want to bring you in 2022. So I want to say thank you for your time, and I hope that you follow along, like this podcast on Apple iTunes or Spotify or Amazon or wherever you're listening. And if there's a spot to leave a review, that would be really awesome. I like to go check to see for new reviews, and it's been a while, so I would love to see some new reviews pop up for 2022. Thank you. I am so glad you're here with me right now. And I know that next year, 2022, is going to be the best of what's to come. Bye, everyone. Let's keep calm and mother on.